Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from Thursday. We start with why Chris Jericho left WWE for All Elite Wrestling. In his words, it's a little bit hard because I worked for WWE for 19 years. I love WWE, but I put myself into Chris Jericho's shoes back in 1998 when I was contemplating leaving WCW and thinking how much further can I go in WCW under these rules, under this condition. And I realised I probably can't go much further, so I put myself into those shoes. I could walk away from WWE and go to All Elite Wrestling, a brand new company that doesn't even own a wrestling ring at this point, as far as I know. And after some introspection, the answer is yes, I can do this. It says he can use his 30 years experience to help build a company, and that's exciting, which it really is. We then go to we'll start with this one before we get into that. John Cena lost clean to Finn Balor this week on Raw. The reason is to put over Finn Balor. That's all it was. It wasn't a punishment for backing out of Crown Jewel or anything like that. He just did it to put over Finn Balor because that's what he's there to do now, put over a new talent. Which is good because I'm glad he did that. And then let's start with the set of releases. Maria and Mike Kanellis recently requested to be released from WWE. Mike has started selling new merchandise on Pro Wrestling Tees. It's unknown at this time if they'll be released. It's possible they could sit on them until their contract expire. Maria did show their frustrations. Like, here's the 2019 challenge thing. It's a load of shit. It says, why is this guy not on TV? Shaking my head. Someone responded saying, because being ripped doesn't make you a better wrestler. But she said, no, but accolades, respect, titles, experience, and working every bingo hall and arena in the country do. But I digress. They should use Mike a lot more, because Mike Kanellis is one of the best talents they've got at the minute. He is fantastic. I've seen his work in TNA. And then Revival are reportedly asking to leave. They reportedly, after the match with the Loser House Party on Raw, went straight backstage in their gear and asked for a release. It isn't expected that they'll be granted it, with All Elite Wrestling wanting to sign them. And Dolph Ziggler is also apparently looking to get released. He's got an exit date at the 31st of January, so he could be leaving for All Elite at this point. He hasn't been used since December 31st for New Year's Eve's match against Drew McIntyre. But. Also, we now have an update on the NXT cameos. It's because they're not actually known where they're going to be going. So they're just kind of implementing them and showing them off a little bit on TV, which is kind of shit. And Dakota Kai issued a following statement regarding her injury. I have always felt invincible. Working through minor injuries was something I never thought twice because I love to get to what I do. On December 7th in Green Bay during the last NXT Road Loop in 2018, I planted my foot awkwardly after a kick and tore my ACL. I put off posting this because I wanted to focus on being at home for the holidays, and to be honest, I dreaded having to even mention this, and I didn't want to let any of you down. But that's over everything was in the most heartbreaking feeling in the world. Unfortunately, this will take me out for a bit. I'm surrounded by amazing people, doctors and trainers, and you. It helps more than I can explain, especially being as far away from my family. The amount of positivity and support I've received already has been overwhelming. It's going to be a tough ride mentally and physically, I know that. The last thing I want is any sympathy, but I hear that when I say within my whole being, I am for sure that I'll be back stronger than ever. I will hit the ground running. That's a promise. Above all, I don't fear the difficult moments. The best comes from them. Well, best of luck on your recovery, Dakota Kai. I do hope you get back to NXT as soon as possible. And then the best thing that I've heard all day. Dave Meltzer is reporting that WWE has told people if you can show on paper an offer that another company has offered you, they'll beat it, even double it on the spot if you will sign immediately. They're not looking to lose any talents, but they are including pay rises and everything to current talents. This is the start of something magical. It really is. Whether All Elite or WWE, wrestlers will be paid more. WWE fearing the competition. Does this mean the product's actually going to get better now? Because they clearly fear what All Elite can be. And I personally cannot wait to see what All Elite will do with a weekly TV show and regular pay-per-views. Because it's going to happen and it's going to be amazing. The roster and talent they have is amazing. Also, as Cody Rhodes has stated, he's looking to bring in up-and-coming and new talent from the indies to try and show them the ropes and everything. So we can have a lot of new stars. It's going to be one hell of a time in the wrestling business. It ain't been like this since, what was it, 1995? 1996? Whenever the Monday Night War started. Was it 96, 97? Something like that. I don't know. I was a child, so I don't really know. I never actually watched the Monday Night Wars. Only the retrospective on the WWE Network. But yes, if they are offering a lot more money, that's good. They've got a shit ton of money, especially Saudi oil money. So they best start doing something to keep these talents, because otherwise they're going to fuck off and do something else. Now, as always, if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please support me on Patreon. A link in the description below. Subscribe to more content, and I'll catch you later. Bye.